All right. Welcome to the Sideboard. My name's Eric, and tonight we're going to be playing some four-color Marionette Master. So if you like tonight's show, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and you like the content in general, join the community. Hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Reddit. We've got a post there where if you actually want to see your decks played, there's a chance for you to do that. So check out Reddit, and if the community upvotes your deck, we'll play it on Subscriber Sundays. So let's go ahead and jump straight into our deck here. And it has a minor energy theme. I know a lot of people, when they see Aether Hub, they're energy deck, but we actually just really need it for the color fixing, which, I mean, I guess with a tune, that's pretty much what every deck says. But the only real use for energy here in the main board is Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Actually, I don't think there's even anything in the sideboard, but we'll get into that in just a moment. So, it is a four-color deck, but mainly it's a Grixis deck. Now, we played around a little bit in the past with a Grixis Tezzeret deck, Grixis artifacts, and things like that. A lot of different Grixis decks have been played this season. Hey, Grixis has got a great land base, so the only reason it's actually splashing white, and it does need that early, turn 2, is Hidden Stockpile. Now, Hidden Stockpile in a Marionette Master deck, that's nothing really unheard of. However, that's pretty much the only reason to be in white here. Whereas the other Marionette Master decks, they're in Esper for, Esper reasons. And, board wipe, things like that. Good white answers to things. And we just really don't have that here. Here we're actually relying on Fatal Push, a Braid, and then just putting up a set of blockers until we can combo off with our Marionette Master. Now, we do get in early, and like in most games, the menace on Glint Sleeve Siphoner, it kind of puts those decks at a, cub check. I use that phrase a lot when I'm talking about, 2-drops. Can you answer a cub check? Well, Glint Sleeve Siphoner is also one of those must-be answered turn 2s, especially if you can get down a black source on 1 and then follow that up with an Aether Hub on 2. You've got the energy to draw a card immediately. That's a really, really good start, especially if that black source is untapped so that you can hold up the Fatal Push. So a lot of really good early interaction in the deck. I really like that. Now, we do get away with running only 23 lands, which is really good because in the late game, we don't want to just be flooding out, and it can still happen, but with Renegade Map, that gives us one of those ways to fetch for that off color if we need it. Also, you can play a turn 1 Renegade Map, turn 2 fetch for it to play your Hidden Stockpile with Revolt triggered, and that's not anything just completely out of the norm, but it's another really good start. So there's 2 awesome starts. One has a nice little aggro. We're going to draw some cards. Technically, the Renegade Map's going to put another card into your hand, and it's going to create a body there if you get that start. And then the other 2-drops we have that we don't necessarily always need on 2, but a treasure map on 2 and being able to ensure that you get a 3rd land, so even our bad starts could have a really good chance at being a good start. So a lot of really good early interaction. I really like that about this deck. The second thing we have here is Captain Lannery's Storm. Now, this is another way to land fix. We do need to get to 3 before we can start doing it, but it also gives us an option to create some treasures that can be either sacked later to the Treasure Cove or just sacked at instant speed to combo off. Now, further in the 3-drop slot here, we have Pia Nalar. Another way to go wide, throws out an extra body. Also, the ability to sacrifice artifacts is going to be extremely important here. We kind of need a way to just make sure that artifacts can be removed from the battlefield if we don't have some other option, or if we don't have, say, treasure tokens or Ethereum tokens, which is the way we really want to go. However, Hidden Stockpile is, another option. Think of this as just Hidden Stockpile number, 5 and maybe 5.5, not quite an extra Hidden Stockpile there, but Pia is good in her own right. Now, the 4-drop, we've got Tezzeret the Schemer. Tezzeret, awesome in this deck. I was so happy to be able to run a Tezzeret deck for you guys. I really like the Planeswalker, and if he can take off, if you get that ultimate, most of the time you're gonna win. It's not just one of those game-ending ultimates, though. If they can deal with your artifacts and the number of abrades in the format, they can really fight back against your artifacts. But most of the time, a Tezzeret ultimate in the right deck, and you're gonna get there. Now, moving on up the curve here, we have Maverick Thopterist as a 5-drop, but a lot of times we're going to get away with just 2, maybe 3 mana for this guy. Now, this is not your, all-in on improvised deck. However, it is an option, and some Thopters are another win con for us. It is our backup win con, and when you can start making 5/5 flying Thopters, you're doing something. And last but not least, here in the main board, we have Marionette Master itself, the Puppeteer. Marionette Master, let me go ahead and read this ability for those of you that don't exactly know what this card's all about, which most people should, but Fabricate 3. This means when it enters the battlefield, you can either put 3 +1/1 counters on it, or you can put out 3 1/1 colorless servo tokens, and those are artifacts. So if they die, then you'll trigger the second ability on Marionette Master. Whenever an artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to Marionette Master's power. So if you get one of these down, you put 3 1/1 counters on it, you've got a 4-power Marionette Master, start sacking some treasure tokens, dealing 4 damage each. That's pretty good. So you do have to kind of make sure you play this card out at the right time, because there are some good answers to it, and if they can't answer it, then, well, you're going to be back on the Thopter plan. So let's go ahead and look at the sideboard here, then we'll switch over to the other streaming format. We'll get chat up and jump into some games here, guys. Let's see here. For the sideboard, we've got a couple copies of Duress, a couple copies of Magma Spray. Magma Spray is really good. I'm sensing the format's getting a lot more aggro. People trying to slip in under-teamer energy, as hard as that may be. So, we do have a couple Magma Sprays here. And then a few negates. A third copy of Abrade, which is, really good. As most of you know, the God Pharaoh's Gift deck is, like the 3rd best deck in Standard right now. It has really, rose to the top, and I think that's got a lot to do with people not running enough Abrades in the main board. I think if we push the Abrade a little bit more, we could just hate that deck out of the format, but then that makes that a deck that kind of slips in and spikes a GP every now and then. So Crook of Condemnation, really good. We need that answers to deal with the graveyard, and being able to pick at the graveyard is really good for us. Now, granted, when we exile it, we don't actually get to trigger the Marionette Master, so we can't do any shenanigans there. But if we have a way to sacrifice it, we can go ahead, pay 1, tap it, exile card, and then sacrifice it for some triggers if we needed to. And then Sunscourge Champion, the other white card in the deck. Now, Sunscourge Champion is just a way to gain some life. It's also, a way to well, we don't actually need to discard cards, but if for some reason we wanted to, throw down a Vizier or something like that, like to get back a champion to gain more life, we can do that. We do have a couple options here where we can just ditch those. And then the last card here is Vraska's Contempt. Pretty much, when we lost Grasp of Darkness, this has just kind of been the staple deal with anything black card. I guess I should say a little bit more about Vizier of Many Faces. A lot of you know that I absolutely love this card. This card's great, and I think it's really good in the meta. So, Vizier of Many Faces lets us have the ability to have Scarab Gods of our own. Now, if you can afford it and you're going to play this deck, I would definitely say throw you a Scarab God in here in the sideboard somewhere. If not, maybe even one in the main board somewhere. But I would say that, a Scarab God would be great, but if you don't have Scarab Gods, I think Vizier of Many Faces is only like 50 cents. So, really cheap there. And then that's pretty much it for the deck tech, so we'll jump straight into the games. Let me get the other stream up here. There we go. I've been working a little bit on the layout, so we'll see where that goes. I'm trying to do some new things for the new year, so we'll see where that goes for us. And we're just going to hit play here and see what we get. Crewfix, Jensen, everyone else, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming out tonight, or tuning in, I guess you would say. Yes, it's a Marionette deck that just doesn't necessarily need the Marionette combo to win. Marionette combo happens, then hey, we're excited about it. If it doesn't happen, then hey, you know, whatever. I'm going to play this Fetid Pools, and no, I'm not. I'm going to play the Swamp into a Renegade map into, yeah, I'm going to keep this. We got one of those starting hands I was talking about. So all you need is an untapped land source here on one. Does need to be black or white, I assume, which is why we do have the concealed courtyards in the sideboard. Now, we've pretty much just told our opponent right there, hey, we're playing Marionette Master, get ready. Okay, well, we get a Tezzeret. That's not going to be very bad. Let's go ahead and do this. We will grab our planes, play the planes, play the hidden stockpile. Now, since the hidden stockpile actually checks for revolt at the end of turn, it doesn't matter, you know, when we get it. So it doesn't have to see the revolt. Alright, there's a glint sleeve. So, wow, we don't actually have to sack. I think I just want to play the glint sleeve siphoner and just pass. Granted, it's not much energy, but it will be able to swing through the Gifted Aetherborn. I think I'm going to put a stop in our upkeep. We'll be making decisions based upon whether we want to sack or not. Right now, I'm not interested in sacking because I plan on using all 4 of my mana to cast Tezzeret this turn. Okay, there's a Nest of Scarabs, so combo Finish or Thopters is sounding the best to me right now. We're not going to do it now, so we'll just go ahead and draw a card. It's an Abrade. That's not bad. That'll be handy next turn. So let's go ahead and we'll go blue, blue, black, white, Tezzeret. We will make a token with Tezzeret. I don't really have a reason to sack this. I can just leave this back to block. I mean, I guess I could swing for 3 here, but I could make 2 guys so Tezzeret doesn't take damage. We may do that. We'll go ahead and move to combat. Definitely want to get that extra energy here and pressure him into trying to kill the Glint Sleeve Siphoner to keep us from drawing a card. So just get rid of the little Scarab God dude. Heard. I think I could do that. I mean, I put him there. I can remove him. I kind of think I want to turn this into a body. I want to make it harder for him to hit Tezzeret. So I'll go ahead and just sack it for a mana and pass the turn. We'll just make a body out of it. It still gives us an artifact, and it puts a little more pressure on him to actually kill our dudes if he wants to get at Tezzeret. Next turn we can take a oh man, we're about to get burned. We can draw a card here. Hi Jeff. So far we're in game one, match one, and we're playing against a. Is this game one, match one? Yeah, game one, match one, and we're playing against a red-black counters deck, possibly some other type of counters deck. 3 -1/1 counters on our dude. That's brutal. We have got to get rid of this thing. And he's coming at Tezzeret, so we will block. He'll gain some life. Not gonna sack here. I think we're gonna be making a Thopterist. Or playing a Thopterist. Alright, well there's a land. So we're going to plus Tezzeret. We will sacrifice for red. Too bad we couldn't just tap it for improvise, right? And we will just hard cast this bad boy. Come on, buddy. You can get there. We just need bodies. Oh, he's gonna cut our Thopterist. No. Making all the dudes. We just need to start getting in, or we just need to ultimate Tezzeret, and we can start killing this, and we'll fight back from there. So at Tezzeret, man, we're not gonna get there. So let's block, 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 block. Tezzeret takes 1. This is not very cool. A Spire of Industry. Alright, so how do we do this? If we play this, we can neg Tezzeret to kill something, or we can just braid and plus Tezzeret again. Tezzeret's dead. We're not going to get ahead of this. So not getting ahead of this. Definitely probably made a mistake back there somewhere where I should have probably last turn I should have just negged Tezzeret, shot the Gifted Aetherborn, and then abraded the Soulscar Mage, and then I would have had the 3 guys I could have just dealt with from there, I guess. Oh no, I couldn't last turn, because last turn I would have had to plus Tezzeret just to make a red mana. Ah, okay. Well, we're definitely in a bad spot. That Soulscar Mage has got to go. We're probably... I don't know. I don't know where we're going here. I definitely think I want to cast this on that Soulscar Mage. Gotta hit that dude. And then... I guess we make a blocker? No, we'll just cast... We'll cast our Maverick Thopterist. Really? This will give us a few bodies. And another Soul Scar Mage. Of course he'd be protecting that. 5 insects. Didn't someone make a neg-1/1 counter deck that ran the Nest of Scarabs? Could have sworn I seen that on the Reddit. Definitely gonna have to play some. I might build something along those lines for our Jank deck this weekend. There's got to be a good Jun version that uses, like, I guess it'd be Hepatra? Would that be a Hepatra deck? Nest of Scarabs? I think so. Maybe not. Maybe this guy's got the right take on it. Don't even worry about Hepatra. I know I wanted to run the Scarab God, Soulscar Mage, and Fiery Cannonade together. Everything at Tezzeret. Wow. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, that's not going to do it. We're going to go ahead and get into game 2 here. Neg-1/1 counter. His Jank is just so much stronger. Alright. What do we need? Magma Spray seems good. Duress seems good. Negate. Just see if we can stop the thing from coming down in the first place. Soul Stinger and Nest of Scarabs is the definition of jank. Yeah, it's pretty janky. Well, we're on the play. I'm definitely going to. I hope we get one of our faster starts here. Maybe we need those braids. I don't think so though. I can't think of an artifact that he would want. I do know I want the negates and possibly the duress. Let's cut down on a Pia and a map. I know you guys are going to kill me for cutting down on a map, but no, I have not done Majestic Mariarch, and I actually started covering Dev about 2 weeks after his he posted his Mariarch. Majestic Matrix. Wow, I can't even speak. No, Petri, I have not. But welcome to the stream, and thanks for joining us. Well, we get this start. We actually don't even have to bluff the Fatal Push. Yeah, we'll keep. I'm going to take this out of my upkeep for now. Majestic Mariarch seems... I really like the card. I played a lot with Odric and kind of tried to, see if I could get some kind of Odric deck online. And Odric was a lot of fun, so definitely can see an argument for the Mariarch. Plus it grows. It just gets so huge. I don't think I would try to build the deck without Trample, though. Like, what's the point of getting that big without Trample? Oh wow, we get to do either start. I think we're gonna go with this one first. Even though it was a little too slow last game. Now next turn we just play the island and swing one. I guess we're going for chip damage here. And I'm going to put the trigger back in my upkeep, or the stop back in my upkeep though. I want to see if we can guarantee a land next turn. We're now at turn 3. That's as far into this as we're going to be able to go until we've spent our negate. I don't want to waste the opportunity of playing the negate. Amit, sure. Hey, well, hopefully we'll draw a land, and then we can... Come on, land. Hidden stockpile. No. Unfortunately, it's not what we're looking for. Come on, land. Half a land. Well, we got stuck letting him get the... do we take 5 to keep from it? Nah, I can't play around it that much. Can't play around it that much. We're going to... we're going to go ahead and kill that, but we'll do it in just a moment. And we'll pass the turn. What type of, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, as no matter what kind of deck it is, but what type of deck is it? Just asking. Is it a neg 1/1 counters deck, like I was mentioning, or what? Ah, man, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and thin my deck. I'll grab the red. I'm going to... Alright, there's a land. Alright, so we got our double black now. We're good. We'll play this. I'm going to just play the glint sleeve and pass the turn. Although he's got the mana to go Soulscar Mage Burn, which is not what we want to see. Wow. Like just a regular green-white aggro deck, like the one with the cats and, you know, double strike. I guess Oketra. Oh wow, Oketra is just... Oketra goes hand in hand with the Matriarch, right? I mean, like, if you're in green-white, you just kind of have to have Oketra, right? I block, buddy. I'm sorry. Like, I ain't trying to let you get away with that. Pia. That seems real good. So we can Pia and hold up negate. I guess seems good. Is this Metal Gear Solid? What are we listening to? It is Metal Gear Solid. Okay, well, we've got a negate. We've got bodies here. Granted, we didn't get a trigger, but hey, you know, whatever. We put bodies down and we're holding up what we want. Negatable? Yeah, it's negatable. Would have been real good with a Soulscar Mage. We're going to want as many artifacts as we can here really, really soon. I'm just going to take whatever's on top. Okay. He's tapped down. I don't know if right now is the best time to play Marionette. I think when we play Marionette, it's going to have to be like the moment that we're ready to start sacking things. I'm not willing to trade a Thopter for a Servo here, so I'm not going to be scrying. If he goes to remove something, though, I can, you know, sacrifice in response, so he can't get +1/+1 counters. So I definitely think we'll be on that game plan right now. Yeah, I agree with you, Crewfix. Because he has the ability to just go, here is here's a Soul Scar Mage, Lightning Strike, put 3 -1/1 counters on your Marionette Master. Now your Marionette Master doesn't really do much. I want to hang on to this for some kind of like combo finish. I mean, I'm still gonna block this, dude. I will trade a Thopter for a Bomat any day. A slew. A slew. Well, how many do we have? I think we just start getting in a little damage here. And then next turn, we're gonna slew here at the end of turn, and then next turn we can start playing Marionette and go from there. Another claim. Okay. I think now's a good time to cycle. That's pretty good. Another Bomat. So he's going to get in with 2 Bomats. Oh, I accidentally jumped straight into my combat phase, but it's okay. I stopped it. We're going to just kill him here. I think. Man, I could just like make dudes go wide. He doesn't have enough mana. I mean, I'll still do this because he's at 4. But definitely this should put him at dead right here. No, see, that's the problem. Marionette can't sacrifice its own creatures. Yeah, like you can't sacrifice to Marionette without like some other thing to do it. So Hidden Stockpile is terrific, which is why, you know, this deck had to have Hidden Stockpile, but that was kind of the only reason the deck really wanted to be on Hidden Stockpile. Alright, so we're on the draw. I think Negate's still good because it answers that card at 3 mana. I did get stuck without enough lands last turn to fire it off. I wonder if that's going to happen to me again. Like, is Negate just bad trying to make that match up? I guess it's just going to depend if we have it. Kind of like in Vizier here. But I do know that I need to go wide, and Thopters is another good way to do it. Also, that last game, we just won that with, you know, bodies going wide. Which might be the better plan, honestly. He got stuck on land. I guess we just run it back. I want to keep these 2 negates in here. I want to be able to make sure that I have the opportunity at least to stop his combo piece there? Well, this is brutal. Brutal. Well, I don't think I can keep this. I know I can't keep this. Alright, so what do we have here? A bunch of revolt. We do get a treasure map, so let's see how the Fatal Push treasure map start goes for us. And we'll put that on the bottom. We don't need any more land. Man, that would be so cool if Marionette Master was actually a sack outlet, right? Alright, so I'm going to take this stop out of my upkeep for now because it's annoying. Wow. I think I'm just going to drown Catacombs, turn 2 Concealed Courtyard. Otherwise, we don't really have a way to make sure that turn 2, like, we have negate available. At least we have plenty of land, so, I mean, we can just kind of roll with it slow. We do need to be able to answer those early creatures, but I think we have a hand to attempt to kind of control this deck here. We'll try it. Hub. A hubba hubba. Alright. Aether Hub. We're going to need Glint Sleeve Siphoner before Aether Hub's really good. Alright, I'm just going to play an Evolving Wilds and pass the turn. I want to definitely start thinning the deck now that we have multiple lands showing up here. He is stuck on land again. Okay, well then this turn we'll get to get our treasure map down and still leave up the negate. So this turn we definitely move farther into that control aspect here. Now, I don't have red yet. I do have white and I have double black. So let's go ahead and grab that red source. Oh man, that's a Lannery Storm right there. That's actually going to be really good come next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw down the Aether Hub. We'll go ahead and grab that piece of energy. And unfortunately, this is going to have to wait till turn 6 now. Depending on if we actually have to spin the negate. If we spin the negate, then we're open to just start doing things. But for now, we're just going to play the treasure map, and if he doesn't cast anything, we get to start, you know, scrying with it. I'm going to go ahead and throw that upkeep trigger here back. Now, I do want to say something. I see a lot of people play this card wrong. And when I say wrong, I've actually heard people say, hey, look, that guy's playing it wrong because he's not scrying in his upkeep. You should maybe stop in your upkeep and think about what you actually want to do. Now, it's not just the greatest thing in the world to go, hey, I'm going to treasure map in my upkeep just because I want to know, you know, like, look at your mana. Even if you draw a mana, are you going to be able to play your cards out that turn? Don't put yourself at a loss just because you want to scry one. Yes, it's important, but it's not important enough to have to mess an entire turn just because you get into a habit of scrying on your upkeep. So know whether or not it's actually important for you. It looks like here we're just going to be using ours to scry one. Do we need that land? No, we do not. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom. And I'm actually not going to scry here because, again, I want to be able to keep up. I want to be able to play Captain Lannery Storm, sack the treasure, Fatal Push the Ammon Eternal, and be able to negate. So I don't think we can scry. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw our card and go ahead and go into our turn. So we will just play the untapped land again. I said this was going to have to come in on 6, and you can see why now. But we'll go ahead and play the Captain Lannery Storm. Move into combat. Now, the reason we have to move into combat is because this is a 3-mana card and we need to trigger Revolt. And we're going to trigger that with the treasure here, assuming he doesn't just shock our captain. Looks like if he had a shock, we would have seen it right there. So now we'll go ahead and create a black mana, triggering Revolt, giving us an extra point of damage. We'll go ahead and resolve that. Now, before we enter combat, definitely want to spend that black mana here, kill out that Ammon Eternal, so we can get in that 3 points of damage. So last turn, I like scrying on the end. Like, if you haven't done it yet, 100%. If you have mana left, definitely you want to scry on their end step. Here, especially when you're playing counter magic, you definitely want to scry on their end step. And I just see a lot of people go, hey, you just like the Scarab God, right? Like the Scarab God's another really good example of this. Scarab God, trigger on the stack, I'm going to tap out and make tokens. I'm going to make your Rogue Refiner. Yeah, that's a really powerful play. But is it the right play? Well, okay, so we're left with some options here. We can negate this cut, save our Captain Lannery's Storm, and probably scry at the end of turn. I think I'm just going to, you got him, man. He's a goner. I'm more interested in scrying here. Now, next turn, the importance of actually flipping this treasure map is going to be through the roof. So, we're still on match 1, man. So it looks like he's just going to pass here. If he does nothing, we will scry. Pianolar. How does that line up with our turn next turn? Next turn looks like negate stockpile, Evolving Wilds turn, flip treasure map turn. Need 5 mana to do all of that. Let's go ahead and put her on the bottom. See if we can get into something a little bit more juicy. We'll go ahead and scry here. We'll have all the color in the world, so... Hey, that is exactly the kind of creature I'm looking for. So we'll go ahead and draw that. Just gonna throw out this Evolving Wilds. We'll play Glint Sleeve Siphoner. What are we doing? Undo. We'll go black-red. Gonna have to spend these anyway. Oh wow, he's just gonna strike it. Alright, fine. You struck it. I'm actually just going to pass the turn here. I know that seems a little silly, but I'm actually just going to pass the turn. I don't want to get further into a mistake. I just punted. I didn't actually want to cast the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. I wanted to play the Hidden Stockpile. That's why I was tapping white mana, and I went back and played the Glint Sleeve. So one of the things I definitely want people to remember is just because you get into a mistake, don't always like overdo it to try to fix that mistake. Yeah, he's going to draw another card here, but we can still hold him off of certain spells. I expect we're looking into a Scarab God here. I actually think I want to keep this Evolving Wilds here as well. No, we'll thin the deck. We'll thin the deck. We're going to sack a treasure to draw a card anyway. So we'll go ahead and get another white source. Right, because I'm actually putting value into each one of these as being a 4 damage attack. Like, that was the whole point of us having it, is to be able to do that. So I'm just going to play the stockpile and sack 1 to draw a card. The main reason I didn't play Stockpile last turn is because I didn't want to get into chaining off bad decisions. I made a punt. Let's not make that punt worse. So I am going to go ahead and Renegade Map here. And now we're just going to pass the turn. We do need to really dig into our win con. We're running low on time. And so I definitely need to dig into the win con. I'm going to pass some priorities here, though. That will be a good win con right here. So we'll go ahead and Thopterist. One, we'll pay one. We will pay another. And we'll tap the Renegade Map too. This leaves plenty of mana up, so because we're going to draw another card here with one of the tapped treasures. Go ahead and get into combat. He's got 7 cards in hand. You got it. So he triggers Revolt for us. I'm not going to fight over the Thopterist that I have no way to bounce or get more triggers out of. And I can draw a card at end of turn here off the map. I'm going to take the stop out. Again, we're definitely on the clock here. We've definitely got him on a clock too, though. But he runs Sweltering Suns, so definitely got to be on the lookout for Sweltering Suns. Probably what we're about to counter. All right, you bought it, sir. And we're gonna sacrifice a treasure, draw a card. Ouch. An Evolving Wilds? Alright. Well, I'll play the Evolving Wilds. I'll sack the Evolving Wilds. We'll get one of our last swamps. Move to combat. Swing 4. Make a dude. Pass turn. That's about the best we can hope for here. Just keep crashing in, you know. Going wide. Oh man. Hold on a minute. Here's what we want to do. We're gonna spend some mana here. This is gonna cost us some time, but we're gonna go sack that guy. Scry 1, Maverick Thopterist. Is that what we want? No, let's put that on the bottom. I just need to leave open 1. Alright, so we will pay 1, sack this. Aether Hub, no. We will pay 1, sack this. Treasure Map, yes. Pay 1, draw said treasure map. Now keep scrying on down. Okay, so let's find our next best card. That's it. All right, so okay, well we don't care about our mana and our mana pool. You're good. Okay, Spire of Industry. Marionette Master. Man, he's got 5 cards in hand. Maybe we should... Let's just treasure map. Pass the turn. We'll just get on... We'll just see if we can fly through 2 or 3 turns here really quick. And just scry with the treasure map. And then see if we can just slam... slam Marionette Master. Oh yeah, that seems perfect. We'll put that on top. So we'll just play the Renegade map. Don't know why I tapped the blue, but it just doesn't matter. One of those times where we're trying to race the clock. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and get to the end of his turn real quick. Oh, thanks, Max. Appreciate it. I attempt to give decent gameplay from time to time. Usually doesn't happen until this this thing right here turns red. That's like, okay, Eric, time to play. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and scry one again. Concealed Courtyard. We don't want that. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Okay. Well, this is our turn. We're going to go ahead and scry one here. Come on. I paid the 1 mana. And we'll put that on the bottom. Now, here I'm just going to play out the Marionette Master. And sure, we'll leave up a blue. Does he have an answer for it now? He has to have. He's got 7 cards in hand. He's got to have an answer for this. Like, all he's got to do is just, like, lightning strike it. I'm gonna get a couple points of damage on him here. I'm not gonna go all in on the treasures. Just everything that I had planned to do this turn anyway. All right. Just gonna. We will fabricate down and get our dudes past the turn. And here we're just going to start trying to swing. 39 seconds on the clock. He's got to deal with all of these guys. Hour of Devastation. Okay, well, that's going to do it. We're not out of this, though. We're going to cycle this land. We're going to play this land. We're going to play this dude, and we're going to pass the turn. I don't think I can make this one on time. I'm passing. We don't need to stop there. Okay, so he's going to cut it. We're going to cycle, and then we're just going to pass. Let's actually sacrifice. Okay. Don't think we can get there. I don't know if I can resolve this many triggers. I don't think I can. 14 seconds. We do have like a combo finish here somehow. He's gonna ribbon us for 3. Alright, so no, we lost it. All right, well, lost to the clock. Man, it was so close. Yeah, that was the mono white life game deck, right? Like, just, you gotta beat us. We couldn't do that against this guy. Hey, that's magic. That if online's gonna be that way, and other people can do it to you, and that dude actually knew about what was going on, because he actually started doing the same there towards the end to make sure that we couldn't do it. Now, we do get to put down an artifact, but unfortunately, unless we sack it for black or red, we're not going to be able to do much. I do like the hand, though, so let's go ahead. I will be trying to play much faster this game, though. We'll just throw down our Spire of Industry and an artifact. I have got to put that stop back in my main step. I took that out to try to save some time, and I don't like it. It makes me one of those people that play my lands in the second main phase. Oh, I know what's wrong with this deck. I didn't go through and fix the lands. Another Renegade map? Sure. I think I'm going to sack this one for red, though. Right now we have Revolt on Fatal Push, so I'm just kind of holding it up. For those of you wondering why I haven't sacked it yet, now I will, because we'll have Revolt next turn. I'm going to grab that Mountain. And there's an Evolving Wilds. We'll just play the Mountain, and let's get Pia killed first. What do you say? Killed, countered, disallowed. Alright. Jeskai, control. What? Jeskai. I like some Jeskai. Oh, just more of them, huh? Well, we could just like severely thin the deck here. Maybe we should. Let's go ahead with Captain Lannery Storm here. I definitely want to make him spend his mana, spend his cards, whether they're kill spells, burn spells, whatever. Right, that's kind of what we expected. Right, that's well, I mean, it's a red counter deck. I mean, a control deck, red blue. I just kind of figured whatever we play dead. What do we need here? Second black source. I mean, we technically have it with the Spire. We want to go ahead and get some blue in case we hit a Thopterist. Kind of like blue. We got white. Yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get all of our colors. I think I'm going to go ahead and sack this thing. Let's go ahead and get another black source. And we'll get a treasure map countered. Okay. Well, at least we have something that's worth countering. If we play it first, we can play around Supreme Will. Oh, that works. Oh wow, I just tapped my Fatal Push mana down. Don't think it's gonna matter. Should have left these two up. Hey, look, we played around Supreme Will with the treasure map. Hi. Okay, control. Okay, so that's a punt. We definitely should have done it there. We had no reason not to. We could have played everything in the hand anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and scry now. Should have scried last turn. Yeah, we would have put a glint sleeve on top, so... Yeah. Definitely, definitely should have had my stop there. Should have done it at end of turn as well. Okay, he's going to cycle a cast out. Is that like one of the only reasons to be white? So you can have cast out? Extra answers? I mean, that's kind of one of the only reasons the blue-red decks turned into... Do we want to cycle? I mean, do we want to... Nah, no reason, right? Because we got the glint sleeve coming right here. Essence Scatter? Come on. You have no other reason to use it. Oh, wow. He's just going to Torrential Gear Hulk straight back into Counterspell. Well, that's cool. You're going to disallow... Hey, guys, we finally got a target for that Abrade. Go ahead, dude. Put it on the stack. There you go. Good job. Good job, fella. Very proud. And oh, gotta tap the red one. There we go. And then we will scry again at end of turn. Whew. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and see what's down here. A Thopterist? Sure. I mean, we don't have a mainboard counter, so honestly, the Thopterist is kind of where we want to be right now. We'll leave up those two. I'm going to go ahead and play a land for the turn. And at this point, we're just going to pass the turn to see one thing. Does he have the second approach, or do we have a chance to go digging here for a win? Looks like he doesn't have the second approach, and he's going to have to glimmer his way down there. So we'll go ahead. We could have tapped this last turn to play this, improvise and stuff, but the only thing we really needed was 1 black mana. Unfortunately, that's not what we're looking for. Although another one wouldn't be bad to help us find what we're looking for. Yeah, we'll put that on top. Considering we do get to draw an additional card next turn. We don't have many turns to do this, though. But that's just one of those things that happens against the approach decks. We'll chip in for 4 here, and then from there we're going to have to start scrying, drawing. You're right. Supreme Will is... Okay, so I actually want to scry one here. I think we're just going to use 1 black source. We're going to put that on the bottom. It's definitely not what we want. And then we'll sacrifice Hidden Stockpile. I mean, that's something, but when he's probably just going for Supreme Will, Dig, block. It's probably what that's what I would cast. Just Supreme Will, Dig, block. We'll get 4 cards down. He's already drawn 1, so there's 5 cards removed off of it. The 6th card will be removed. Yeah, so we've got 1 turn after this to kill him. We get to see 1 more card. Well, 2 more cards, 3 more cards, depending on how you count that. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Hidden Stockpile here. No point really not. The problem I've always had with Marionette Master is the card itself is just too easy to answer. Oh, wow. He gets to just opt right into it with enough mana to cast it. There you go. Well, I mean, he is going to cast it, right? Yeah, of course. Of course he is. Alright, so sideboard. We've got some negates. We've got some duresses. These fatal pushes are not great even if he brings in cats. I do like the additional braid. I want to stay aggro. Catmalinery Storm is really good. Vraska's Contempt seems decent, but I actually think Vizier is good. But I don't want to overcommit. We don't need to go wide, so I'm going to take out 1 Hidden Stockpile. We don't need to go in that aspect. I want to be as fast as possible, but we do need to get to Marionette Master. Maybe a Renegade Map was the right card to take out there. Maybe not. Well, we can't do anything here. We're just gonna mulligan. We can map turn 2, yeah, it's horrible. But at least we get to turn 3 Pia. We'll keep it. If we can get Tezzeret online, it'll be great. All we need to do is draw an additional land out of the first 3. Perfect. So, I mean, that's probably about as good as it can get for us. Let's take this stop out of the upkeep. We'll play a Renegade map and then pass the turn. I like Supreme Will because of the versatility of Supreme Will. So, I mean, you're right. In certain aspects, yeah, it's a dead card. But in other aspects, it's not a dead card at all. I'm going to just drop down this Renegade map here. Definitely going to sack this Renegade map. What's he got? Search? Oh... I'll abrade it. I mean, I assume he's gonna call Tezzeret. Maybe Pia? Doubt he'd call Pia. Renegade map. Okay. I definitely should have cracked it in response, but I mean, Will. He definitely bought the abrade. I'm gonna go ahead and crack one now. We'll get a red source. Yeah, if I would have cracked it in response just to get the red source for the Pia, next turn we would have been like, whatever. Okay, well, we have a Renegade map we can't tap. And we could have just Lannery Storm, swung in, and it would have been a much better play. But I just didn't expect him to call Renegade map. I thought we would have a little bit more time. Good play on the opponent. Seeing the abrade, knowing that it would be dead either way, let's call something that would make me at least lose an energy. I don't see any reason not doing it now to help thin the library a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and get the blue source. And there's our second black. So he knows about Nissa? I mean, Pia. So I'll go ahead and play the Pia. And we'll just pass the turn. I assume that he's just wanting to counter the Tezzeret, because if we do get a Tezzeret down, he's in a lot of trouble. But if he just keeps allowing our creatures to land because he's waiting on this Tezzeret, then he's going to be in a bad spot. I'm going to untap that blue source just because. Alright, so we go get a bunch of lands right here. I'm just going to go get all 3 lands. What? He's just going to cast it out? Man, I so thought that we were about to jump straight into a Settle the Wreckage there. What's up, Rich? Welcome to the stream here, buddy. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6. So we can appear to keep up like some kind of negate. Yeah, we'll try that. He's got 3 cards in hand. I think I'm going to just try to jam this Tezzeret. We got it. So then he has like what, another cast out? Nope. Digging for an answer. Just PNLR beatdown, huh? Okay. I like PNLR beatdown. Oh wow, another Tezzeret off the top, so we just keep cranking. Is this just gonna happen? No, can't. Like, he should have fumigated last turn. He didn't fumigate. Like, come on, cast out. Show me something. Supreme Will. He's digging. He's digging deep. Oh, wow. All right. I even think Doomfall was good. Like, that entire little bolus set of lands. I was upset with the comeback of Bolus, though. I thought at some point we were going to see these other hidden gods, like this green-white god and this red, like a Gruul and a Azorius, not Azorius. Wow. What's the Selesnya? No. All right. Well, he's going to choose this enchantment and this artifact. I'm going to choose this creature, or this artifact, this planeswalker. Everything else can die. Now I'm going to Ultimate Tezzeret. Just bam. So that's been done. Okay. Now we will cast another Tezzeret and then cast Glintsleeve Siphoner. And he's tapped out, so I don't have to use that ability yet. Normally you wouldn't want to pass priority. I guess we can leave up the Aether Hub, not like we're actually going to do anything with it. And I like my Ethereum Cell. 5/5. Let's put it on the ground, see if he wants to trade that out. Oh man. Okay, my bad. Alright, so that's actually a horrible idea. Don't make the one that just came in that turn the 5/5. That's never been a problem for me in the past because it's usually the Tezzeret that I'm ultimating that has... So yeah, we should have definitely made the Thopter the 5/5. No, but I mean, I like Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Cataclysmic Gearhulk's a card that he probably had in his sideboard. I mean, then again, you don't see Jeskai approach every day either, so... I mean, maybe he's got some refurbishes or something? I'm definitely drawing a card. Treasure map and a cycle. Alright, well. We'll go ahead and treasure map. We'll go ahead and move into combat. And we'll make the Thopter the 5/5 this time. Oh, he's going to disallow the ability. Wow, alright. Let's swing anyway here. Are we going to... Nah, we couldn't. There's no way we're going to get to double emblem. Nah, no way. I want to just do this now. I want to see what's here. A Pia? I'm going to put Pia on the bottom. He ain't dealt with this Pia yet. And he's at 2. 1, 2, 3. We wouldn't have been able to kill this. We'll just pass the turn. He's definitely got to do something major here. He's digging. He's digging. Well, we ran Cataclysmic Gearhulk against. Well, we ran it in the Gearhulks deck, the Mardu Gearhulks. I love that card. Like when we came up against the red deck, we did a turn 4 Gearhulk or something like that, and just wiped his board. And then we had a dude that was big enough to block. And yeah, it was great. Like I think we just jumped in front of Hazard. But yeah, I like Cataclysmic Gearhulk. If you're building a Jank deck, then Cataclysmic Gearhulk's fine. I wasn't expecting Cataclysmic Gearhulks though. Wonder what else I'm not ready for. I've got the Abrades in though. Yeah, we'll be alright. Let's run it back. Oh wow, yeah. Just say, okay, well, I don't want to keep any. I'm not selecting any of my artifacts. I'll just keep this creature, Marionette, right here. We get to go turn 2 treasure map or glint sleeve. I actually like glint sleeve. An early glint sleeve, he has to answer that. I'm going to keep this. Another glint sleeve. Okay, well, we'll just play out the island past the turn. Yeah, we'll definitely just start throwing down glint sleeves and make him have to answer those. He can probably answer this one pretty simple here. Maybe not though. Hey, we'll see. Okay, so the digging process starts. Dig, opponent. Dig. Okay, well, we don't actually get to start digging this turn, but we will now. Oh, wow, hidden stockpile. So, I'm just going to go ahead and swing. And we're going to make him deal with these one at a time. I know, like, getting out there quick would be nice, but we're going to see if we can just slip down a treasure map. Like, I really want to get the Renegade map down because I want to get another card next turn. So we'll just we'll drop this treasure map and see if we can like get a Supreme Will out of him. No, wow. All right, well, you got us then. Wow, all right. Okay, control. Next turn, I'm really interested in just playing this Maverick Thopterus. He doesn't have double white. We're definitely going to draw a card, so we'll spend that 2 energy. Oh man, we've got the cards we're looking for. We get another energy. We'll go ahead and see if we can make him spend a little bit more of his mana. Doesn't look like it. So what do you say we drop a stockpile and sack this Renegade map? If he counters the first one, I will play the second. But I am going to pay life here. Oh, I can't play the second. If he counters the first, I guess we play the treasure map. We've been tapping out, so we haven't really been able to... Maybe we should just start scrying instead of playing the second treasure map. I don't know if that's the right idea either. I kind of like just playing the second No, I want to start scrying. I want to start knowing what I'm drawing. I want to hit these lands. So I know I need to sack this turn. Oh wow. All right. He is stuck, so we gotta put the pressure down now. We'll grab the red source, or should we get the white source? I'm just gonna grab the white source, even though it's the one thing in our deck. And we'll go ahead and scry. Evolving Wilds. That's not bad, right? Yeah, that's not bad. We'll draw that and then something else. Ooh, wow. So we got Evolving Wilds and Negate. Also, it puts it in your hand backwards. Okay, so we've got some really good options here. For one, we need to play this land. We need to... Yeah, I'm just going to play the stockpile. There we go. Okay. I could have negated it, but that's not what we're about right now. He is still got to deal with this little fella. And I don't think we're worried about other stuff, so I want to draw another card next turn. Is it draw an additional card next turn, or is it draw a chosen card next turn? Like we can... I think it's time to actually flip this map. So I'm just going to pass turn and we're going to flip the map. So we'll put that stop in our upkeep and flip the map. Man, we've just been so taxed on our mana. The mana is just coming in like a little bit awkward. Unstable munition? You mean like the red enchantment card? I don't think it might be called unstable munition. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we got to counter this, as we don't have a way to remove it once it enters the battlefield. So if he's going to go negate... Alright, well, he's going to negate our negate. What are you calling, opponent? If he calls Marionette Master, we're fine with that. We'll just beat him to death. Tezzeret the Schemer? He just didn't want to play with Tezzeret. Makeshift Munitions is the card I'm thinking of. Oh, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/1 counter on it. Isn't that the Consuming Fervor? Yeah, we'll get this. We'll get the mountain here, and we'll scry in our upkeep. And we're going to put Tezzeret on the bottom, considering he's so good now. So let's draw a card. I just put Tezzeret on the bottom. Come on. Come on, Magic. Really? Alright, well. Whatever. Let's see if he's got that Fumigate. And we'll get into combat. Wow, Max, I really actually don't know what card you're talking about. But the card you described, 1 red mana, is Consuming Fervor. So, I mean, the card's definitely there. Hub. I'm going to attack with everything. If he wants to give me 4 lands, I'll take them. Alright, so we'll play the hub. And I'm definitely just going to play a treasure map here. I don't want to overreach on the board. I mean, we have him on a clock right now. We can scry, we can look at cards, we've got a lot of things that we can do. So it looks like he's about to start digging. I don't think there's much else he can do right now. He's down to 1 card in hand. He's about to jump back up to 3, but we'll see where we go. We can do some scrying, digging of our own. I like Treasure Map, but I think Treasure Map is a later game card, or you need a deck that is built around Treasure Map in such a way that you can actually really benefit from it. Ooh, Captain Lannery Storm. Yeah, I'm just going to put that on top of the library. So, to me, Captain Lannery Storm signifies, like, one-shot. If he doesn't have an answer for the captain, we're just going to one-shot him here. We can do 6 points of damage with haste. So he has to answer this? And we'll swing. And we'll move to blocks. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. There's a Pia. Alright, so granted, we can't do anything with this mana, but that's going to be fine too. We can scry. That's some use for it. Sure, we'll put that on the bottom. And we'll let these triggers resolve, and if he doesn't have a kill spell in hand, then oh, he gained life in the last turn, that's right. And we'll flip another one. We'll put that on bottom. And I actually think I want to sack these now so I can get some use out of them. So I'm just going to go Pia. Of course he's going to... Oh wow, he's got to dig for a kill spell. Captain Lannery Storm's about to kill him. That's great. Is it currently in standard, Max? Like, is that a legal standard card? Like, could we just build a blue red or like Teamer Boggles? Just put everything on what's the smallest hexproof creature? Cheapest to play hexproof creature in standard right now? Like, we want just like a Glade Cover Elf, but I don't know if that's actually really, I don't know if that would be good or not. But did you find your answer? Okay, well, our opponent got a Gear Hulk, which will allow him to do absolutely nothing but dig. That's while he's tapped out. So we're just going to play a PNLR, and then we're going to sack the Thopter and make it where the Gear Hulk can't block. And then we're just going to just get right in there. Just get in there. Slitherblade. Oh wow, that's 2 mana and on color. Dwayne out of nowhere. Welcome to the stream, Dwayne. You've probably been here hiding in the corner the whole time, right? You're the watcher. Yeah. He's making sure we're not doing anything wrong, guys. He's listening, though. Thanks for being in the stream, Dwayne. Alright, so our time is definitely running low. Wait a minute. Cancel, because... Alright, so I would like to sacrifice an artifact. So choose target creature. I don't want that creature to be able to block. I'm going to pay 1 mana. And I'm going to sacrifice this artifact. And I'm going to hit this dude for 5. Right in the face. He ain't going to let me do it. He's going to scoop it up. So, that's coming up on the end of our stream here. Talking about the deck overall, I kind of like where the deck's going. I think the deck's, you know, it's interesting. It's a new take on Marionette Master that a lot of people aren't used to. Which, you know me, I like to bring you guys the least stale content I can find. But you know, that pretty much means you can do anything but play Teamer Energy and red deck wins, right? Tonight's deck was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. The Renegade map definitely works as like an additional land, so you get to play this 26 land feel of having this, you know, deck that's pretty much always going to come in with lands when you need it, but we never really got just flooded with no action at all. Of course, we didn't play a lot of games. We only got a few in here. But Renegade map, I really like the card, and it goes... you trying to catch me? I know a lot of people try to catch me, but just to let you know, your win will not be near as good if you can see my screen. So, yeah, cool, let's catch the streamer and beat him. But if you can see my stream and I still beat you, you know, how's that going to work for you? I'll tell you what, Rich, I'll do you a favor. And you can do me a favor by reminding me of this. We have Sideboard MTG, an approved clan on MTG Online. If absolutely any of you are online right now, put in your screen name if you want to join the clan. I'm trying to get some people together for some deck testing so that I can have some people, and you know, you'll be able to see multiple people online. One of our 5 members, we only got 5 members right now, but one of the 5 is currently online, so there are people to play with. So Rich, if you want in, just tell me what to add and I will send you an invite right now. Anyone else that wants to join, I would love to play some games with you guys, and if we start getting into some other stuff, the people in the clan here will be some of the first people that get invited to the online stuff. So if you guys do play Magic, you play online, I'll start doing this towards the end of the shows. I'll ask people if they want to join the clan, because the more people we can get into this group, the more deck testing and the more we can you know, test. And the most unfortunate part about it is Wizards didn't do anything right. Oh my god, I'm going to turn into, don't ban me, I'm going to turn into Rudy for griping about Wizards, but only one person in the entire clan can actually invite other people to the clan. Only you have to have someone online before you can invite them, so I can't just like send you an invite and then if you're not online you won't get it. So it's one of those things where you guys will have to catch me online, I'll catch you guys online. Crewfix, the payment for MTGO is $10, I do believe. They may have changed it, but it's only $10. Once you buy the game, you have the game. It's like buying a starter kit or something. Once you have your first Magic deck, nobody can take that away from you, no matter how good it is or bad. But once you get the game, you're going to want to actually, you're going to get these 10 starter tokens. Save those, because you'll be able to just really rip on some people by spending $20 in the game, building a halfway decent deck, and getting into the starter area. But when you get in, if you're going to rent cards, then just don't buy anything. Just don't do anything. Pay $10, get you a membership to Manatraders, and say, haha, now I play absolutely everything in Standard. And if you guys want to see that, the link to Manatraders and how to get started on that is down here below in the description box. If you do sign up, I do get 1% of your your thing there, of your entry. But if you don't go with the trade route, my recommendation is grab you one of these Deck Builders Essentials, or put about 10-15 bucks in tickets and take those tickets to a halfpenny bot. Here, I'll show you what I mean. And I actually been wanting to do a little bit more of this type stuff, like the little ins and outs that I've learned in playing MTG Online, because I know a lot of people are actually not really into MTG Online, but you should be. It's a great way to test, and if you're like me and you can't get down to the card shop every day, it's a great way to test. So you'll just pull up like I have this particular bot here. I've been trading with it for a long time. I gave it like 1 ticket a long time ago, and now the thing just holds credit for me. So most things on the halfpenny bot, let's see if it has any credit for me. I actually may be out because I went through and wiped my credit out. But what you can do is you can just hit standard, and you can go through here and grab a play set of all the commons and uncommons. Like, here's Appeal to Authority. That was in the green-white deck, right? That Appeal to Authority will cost us 0.01%. Here, let me pull this up so you guys can see that a little bit more here. 0.01 cent. So that's actually 1 penny for this particular bot. I have 0.08 cents, 82 cents left on credit, so I've got 8 pennies here. But 8 pennies will buy me. Here, I want some split cards, you know. And there's 2 play sets of commons, and altogether, I'll still have a penny 0.2 left. So it's crazy what you can do with tickets and things like that. So, you know, you don't actually have to jump in, buy the Deck Builders toolkits and things like that. What is the limit on tickets for Modern Deck? The list you want to share is somewhere around 210. My current limit is 350 tickets max. Thanks to MTGO, or sorry, Manatraders. Thanks to Manatraders' loyalty program, we'll actually be bumping that up like another $25 come January like 8th, I believe. Everything resets on the 8th, so we'll incrementally, as time goes on, we'll have a bigger and bigger pool that we can play from. The way I like to think of Manatraders is a big card pool. Now, I'm not actually going to buy these cards. I actually already have 3 Claim to Fames and just don't have any reason for these. But you could just, you know, 8 pennies right there, get you some cards. But again, with the Manatraders thing, like, they've got a loyalty program, so, you know, the farther up you go, the longer you've been with them, the more tickets you have for the same price. So the more cards you can borrow. It's just being part of that card pool. It's kind of like if you have a friend that you borrow from. If you've always taken care of their cards, you've always brought their cards back, they're definitely willing to let you borrow more cards, and they can trust you with those cards. But, you know, if you ever mess them over, then you're never borrowing another card, and then they're probably going to, like, charge your credit card and a whole bunch of other things. So Manatraders is really good, and I like it, and I enjoy the service, and I recommend anyone getting into Magic to do the same. So, is there anyone else out there that might want to join the clan for some deck testing? You know, if someone just invites you and says, hey, you know, you're in the Sideboard MTG clan, you want to play some? But one of the cool features about it, it kind of gives you that second buddy list. You'll have some people online, and let's face it, most of our buddy list is just full of bots where we trade for cards anyway. This will actually give you some people that you can to have join the clan. And I'll start doing this again at the end of every stream. I will spend 2 or 3 minutes. We'll invite some people, and we'll see what's going on. But you know, other than that, that was the show tonight. Thanks everyone for coming out. Crewfix, thanks for coming out. Max, Dwayne, Rich, everyone else that came out tonight. Thank you for coming out. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time.